What's good? What's good? I'm just sending out the link to each and every chat right now. Let's get it going. What's good? What's good? What's good? So I'm about to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see who's on here real quick. Boom, boom. I'm gonna just do the whole window. Let me see. I can do this. The window. Yeah. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm just sending out the links to each and every single chat. If you're on the call, go ahead and do me a favor. Drop the link to your friends, your family, your siblings, your cats, your dogs, anyone that you feel that should be on this call. Go ahead and send the link out. If you can hear me good, if you can see me good, drop a one in the chat. Let me know that you're on here and whatnot. Let me wait for more people as well. Let's see. I know we got this Forex Factory about to go crazy. Let's check it out real quick. Yeah, today we got some major news. Let me go ahead and change the time. Let me see. Here it is. Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, LA? I don't know why it always switches on me. I gotta like make an account. Let me see. Where's it at? PST. PST. Yeah, I can't find it. But I mean, same thing. You get it. You see it. You see it here. But we have a lot of news happening today. I believe this is Eastern time, right? So if it's this was 8:30 Eastern, that means 6:30. Well, actually, no, maybe 5:30, right? And then this should be at 8 a.m. Pending home sales, federal funds rates, FOMC. That's a big one as well. And then the press conference. So be ready for that. Major news all week, I believe. It's not just today. Yeah, we have a lot of red folders affecting USD news all the way through Friday. So it's going to be a very big week. Me personally, like the news is just an excuse for the market to move the way it wants to move. But at the end of the day, structure is still structure. So yeah, be prepared for this. Don't go too crazy with the lot sizes. Wait for your confirmations. Don't rush the process, right? And speaking of that, I mean, let's take a look at Nas real quick. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's see what's really going on, right? Nas has been it's been playing fairly nice, right? Been playing fairly nice in this entire range here, ever since we had this first manipulation, right? We had, the lows, we had these highs, and then we swept, right? We swept these lows, and then we broke structure to the upside, confirming price wants to continue bullish. Once we got that retest, then that's when we got that major move to the upside, right? Which is great. And what happened? Price found a way to retrace itself all the way back down to the same zone. Perfectly fine, right? Because if you draw your Fibonacci from the stop loss, again, all the way to the highs, we see that we came directly back into the 786 71% zone. That's a sniper entry. When I first started learning how to trade, like the 7-8, anything below the 618 was fire. Right? 786, 886 was the zone. I just never knew why it was the zone. But looking back at it, learning structure, learning everything else, and then layering the Fibonacci on top of it, it just makes more sense. Right? It just makes a lot more sense. So that was a very solid play. We did catch some of these moves. We did also drop it in the chats as well. And on top of that, I'm waiting for more confirmation because just because we have a zone here that we like, just because we have a buy setup, doesn't mean that it has to hold, right? This can get clapped. Price can easily just break through all this. Like price can literally just boom, clap all this. What I'm doing is waiting for another confirmation. If you didn't get in before, like if you didn't snipe this, if you didn't just enter anywhere in the zone, it's okay. Like if you missed the trade when it got to the zone here, that's perfectly fine. Why? Because there's a second confirmation that we look for, right? We want to see the same thing that happened over here, right? The lows, the highs, swept the lows, broke above. We want to see it happen again, right on top of the zone or near it, right? We have the lows, the highs. We swept the lows. Now we just need to break above. That's going to confirm, in fact, indeed, that price wants to go to the next level. It wants to continue bullish. So once that happens, that is going to produce more confidence behind the trade that you take. So you're not second guessing yourself and, oh, I don't know, this is the one, should I get in? Hey, wait for another confirmation, because once we get that change of character and we come back into the zone, I'm loading up again, right, to take this to the next level. I'm super excited for that. And when it comes to trading, you want to be a detective, right? You want to be a detective. You want to get as much information, as much evidence as possible before you make your case. You don't want to go on there accusing someone of all this. You have no evidence. You want to make sure you get as much evidence as possible, right? What's up, Joseph and Raj? Good morning, Grand Rising. How we doing? How we doing? How we feeling? We're just looking at Nas. If we're just hopping on the call, Nas did play into the zone that we had marked up last week. If you've been plugged in with us, whether that's on the live calls, whether that's on the Nas chats, the Discord, we have been looking at this zone and many other zones in between, and this zone is holding up fairly nice, right? This is a 4 hour slash daily zone here. I like it a lot. Look at this daily candle. Look at this daily candle. It's about to engulf. If this daily candle closes with a full body candle above these highs here, that's going to confirm bullishness, right? Not only will it close with a full body candle, but it's also going to engulf the previous day's candles. That's a very strong sign of bullishness. And if you zoom out, I know people are saying, "Oh, but it's sold off for 1,000 pips, and now I want to sell forever, and I want to marry the sell. I want to get married to the sell." You could, but keep in mind you are counter trend trading. Counter trend trading is when you literally are trying to climb a rope up a waterfall. Like the water is coming down hard, and it's like Niagara Falls. You're like, nah, I'm gonna push through. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But if that's how you do it, go ahead. Go ahead. It's your account. It's your stress. It's your stress. Because if you zoom out and look at Nas since before any of us were born, I mean, it's going up. It's been going up forever, right? Even the pandemic still going up, hasn't come back yet, right? 2008, right here, boom, still going up. So, hey, we may get some more downside. It could continue to drop. Who knows? And if it does, we're gonna find the exact next setup again. Do whatever you want, but that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting on that change of character. We did get a 1 hour version of it, right? We had a smaller version here. Let me go to a lower time frame, right? Keep in mind we have that higher change of character, the 4 hour, the daily, but we also got one on the 15 minute or the 1 hour as well. No drawdown, low, high, right? With the wick, we swept those lows, and then we did break above with a full body candle right in here. And then we came back for a retest with a wick. No drawdown, maybe like 1 pip. And then price took off. Right? Price took off. It never came back. It's gone for over 350 pips. 350 pips, ladies and gentlemen. And that's if you didn't catch the sniper down here. I know we got some. I'm not sure if he's on the call. My boy Oswaldo. He literally caught it like right here at the wick. Gone. Gone. I think he caught like 400 pips and he got out. I think he got out like right here. He was like, all right, cool. I'm up. I made my bands. Bands that make you dance. I'm done. Hasta mañana. Right. But yeah, that's what we're waiting on. Not gonna rush the process too much. Right. It is only 6:10 a.m. Pacific time. Or you're still in, Ozzy. Let's go. Let's go. He's still in there. He said, no, 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 we're not done. We only partialed out. There's still more running space. I like that. I always preach like leave something in there. Leave something because if this goes the way that I'm thinking it's gonna go, like if you entered in this area, I would just hold these buys with a break even stop loss, maybe slightly in profit to cover a spread, and just hold that. Hold that. Especially if you're already partialed out. Like I always take about 90% of the profits off after a 1 to 3. I let the rest run. Just let it hang. Let it hang. There's 19 minutes left, but man, I was looking at XRP the other day. I'm still in this too. It was looking too juicy because XRP was one of the first things I've traded when I first started learning how to trade 4 years ago. And man, let me tell you, it's been a lot of consolidation. I'm still holding a lot of XRP at like 20 cents, 25 cents, but this is the monthly chart right now, right? We're looking at XRP on the monthly. And I mean, if you have crypto, let me know in the chats. Drop which crypto you love the most. What are you trading? What are you holding? Are you holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XLM? Like what you got going on? But this is the monthly setup. We had again the lows, the highs. We swept the lows and then we broke above. Price slowly came back to our zone and took off to the heavens, to the moons. And once it came back into our zone, it has been consolidating damn near for 2 years. 26 bars, right? Each bar represents 1 month. That's 2 years and 2 months. Can you handle 2 years of consolidation? Emotional, like, do you have faith still? Are you shook? Right? That's what happened here. But a lot of people believe in this. Oh, we got Ricardo with Link, Sonia with XRP, XLM, and Polkadot. Fire. He said, I got all of it. Standing on business. But I was looking at XRP on the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, and I just saw like 50. No, I'm kidding. We saw like a bunch of inverteds. Let me see. I'm trying to fix this. We saw so many inverted setups. I was like, bruh, like this I'm not saying it has to go up, but it just looks too good. We had a setup here, right? The low high, we swept it, broke above. So once I saw that, I'm like, all right, anything here is buys at this point. We had a couple tests, right? That was nasty. This is why I got in at like 60 cents, right? That's why I got in at 60 cents. It looks kind of choppy here, but you do see like consolidation, like lows, highs, support, resistance, right? Whatever you want to call it, liquidity. And then we sweep that. We sweep the lows and then we break above. Right there, that's our trade confirmation. So anytime price comes back to the zone, you want to get in. Me, I like whole numbers. I like quarter levels. I like all those numbers. So like 60 cents. I was like, all right, guys, XRP's at 60 cents. It keeps playing back and forth. It's in the buy zone. Right. Stop loss is down here at 57. I'm getting in. And literally the next day, that thing flew. That thing flew. It's still going. And I'm in there like swimwear. Super dope, super dope. It's just like it brings back nostalgia because again, this XRP was the first pair I traded or first crypto I traded when I first started this uh, almost 4 years ago. Right, my 4 year anniversary in trading is August 31st, 2020. 2020, ladies and gentlemen. So it's almost gonna be 4 years. I'm about to have a 4 year degree in the charts and the markets, and I've dedicated my life to this. I've dedicated blood, sweat, and tears to this. We've built teams, we've lost teams, we've had highs, we've had lows, we've been humbled. Like this is my life. at this point, right? I truly see this going to the moon, right? This is a $7.7 trillion per day market. So it would behoove you to learn how to, like put your money in these markets. Right? There's $7 trillion in circulation every day. Why not learn how to grab some of that yourself by pressing buttons on your phone? Right? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's insane, and I'm grateful for it. But yeah, we're here right now. XRP is in the zone, is still flying. Right, we have 14 minutes left until the markets officially open. Super excited. Just waiting on Nas for the higher time frame confirmation. It's slowly creeping up there. What I don't want to see is price, peak up here, tap into the imbalance, and then just drop hard. That would be annoying. Right? That's what I don't want to see, but it's also a possibility. Right? Why is that a possibility? We are in between two zones right now. We have the buy zone down here, which we just went over, and we have a sell up here as well, right? We have a high, which is that wick. We have the low, and then we swept these highs, right? And then we broke structure or changed character to the downside, indicating price wants to reverse. So if and when price does get back into these levels and start to trade higher, I would look to take more risk off the table and lower the risk. I would partial out and I would just hold these buys down here with 0 point, like just whatever you want to do, hold it with whatever leverage or contract size you want. But I would be on the lookout just in case price wants to play games in here. And especially with news being all week, it could very well come right back to the zone, even lower, almost to the stop loss, play around, emotional damage, sweep it, break above, give another setup that you would enter, and then go to higher highs. Like we don't know. We don't know. All we can do is wait for structure to tell us what's gonna happen. Right? I don't like to guess too much. I don't like to give predictions. I just go based off what the chart is telling me exactly. It's very clear cut evidence. There's not a lot of gray areas when it comes to structure. It's just very like boom. It is what it is. That's why I like it so much. Takes out the emotion. Takes out the oh I feel like I don't want to hear I feel like or it has to come down. It has to no it doesn't. No it doesn't. Because if it did, then you would be a multi-millionaire. If you know what it has to do all the time, then you would know. You would drop your trade setups. You would share your chart markups in the chat. You would be a freaking boss. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. What's up with gold? Gold. Gold is bussing. Gold is flying. Gold has been flying since before the dawn of time. Nah, but it's here. It's above all. It's all time highs. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think me personally, I think maybe Bitcoin is like the new digital gold. All the financial institutions are already talking about it and saying it's like the new gold, like the digital gold. So we'll see what happens. But gold has been bullish. There's a setup here. This was toxic as well. We had, the lows right there, and then we had the highs right in there. And this is another example of emotional damage. Like, can you weather the storm? Do you have patience to wait for all this consolidation for days? Like, imagine price giving you the setup and then it comes back into your zone and it's just there for 30 days, a month, playing back and forth. Have I ever heard of Caspa? I haven't. I haven't. Mr. Blockchain Fur. Let me know. What is that? Caspa. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Kaspa. Caspa coin. Let's check it out. It's on Coin Market Cap. Actually, let me look at this. Okay. It's there. 20 cents. I like the overall trajectory. It's been going up. Let me see the all time. Okay, pretty bullish. I support that. Yeah, I mean, I wish people can unmute, but called it out in the chat at 0.08. Let's go, 8 cents. Let us know. What chat was this? Was I am I in that chat? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me look at Bitcoin real quick. Ooh, I should have dropped this in the chat, but this is another setup. Another setup. As soon as I open the chart, I see it. Like boom, a low, a high. We swept the lows. We broke above. Boom. That's your play. What do? You mark up the lows that were swept. You're gonna mark up the highs that we broke above. Right? We broke above right here with this body candle, and then retest once, twice, three, four retest before price takes off. Of course, your stop loss is all the way down here. So you gotta manage your risk properly. But this is the setup, right? Price did come to your zone 4 times to retest before taking off about 6,000 pips, almost 10%. It went from 65 to 70. No, it went from 63 to 70, right? That's solid. Super solid. What is all this? Let me delete all this. Delete all these extra drawings. But yeah, you see it there. I'll draw it again just so you have it in your mind. Right? We had the lows right here at the wick. We have the highs, boom, or the change of character, or the break of whatever you want to call it. So many terms, so much vocabulary. I feel like I'm like vocabulary class. What is this? All right, cool. Make that red. In case you didn't notice, I'm kind of OCD with the charts. I like my charts to be like super clean, not a lot of noise. Super clean though. I like it. I perceive this going higher. We have equal highs here. People who love liquidity, smart money. That okay, boom, equal highs. That's liquidity. That's money that can be attacked. We had some equal lows as well. We also had on the weekly chart. This is in balance as well. Boom, filled that up very nicely. So it's just so many correlating factors that go into this. If I were to draw my fib from this order block or the starting point to the highs right here, extend it out, we did get a healthy retracement back to the 786, 886 zone and take off, as well as tapping into the imbalance, almost hitting the order block and providing a bullish setup. That's a lot of evidence right there. You can convict someone to life with this kind of evidence, and it worked out. You had 3 different opportunities to get in based off how you trade. Super solid. 6 minutes. Prices is chilling right here. It's chilling. Why? Why? We have 6 minutes until we get that change of character, or we just boom get clapped. Right? Reverses 500 pips, but it's right there on the edge. Let me look at the other ones. Ooh, S&P does not look the greatest. Doesn't look the greatest. It's still provided some some setups here as well, but this just doesn't look too great. Maybe on the 1 hour looks a little bit better. Not really, but it did give us this consolidation, support, resistance, lows and highs, liquidity, and then we sweep that. We sweep all the lows, and now we're breaking above. Now we're breaking above. At this point, we do have the confirmation that this zone here is the buy zone. We have confirmation that price wants to go higher. So I'm going to actually mark this up for the visual learners, right? That's the lows. This is the highs. You can use this one here, or this one is higher. I'm picking the highest high and the lowest low wicks, make those black. And of course, the stop loss is going to be right there. Boom. So for S&P, for the S&P traders, this is going to be the setup. It's already locked and loaded for this one right in there. I like to enter right here. I know a lot of people want to go on smaller time frames and look for they want to find the smaller entries. I'm just going to hold the whole zone, look at the whole zone. I don't have time to be like a surgeon trying to get surgical in these charts. Surgical. Right, but that's the setup right there. Super solid. I like that a lot. I can definitely see price continuing. Let's check out US 30. Dang. Dang. This is nasty. This is nasty. Gosh, I see it again. Immediately. Right? Lows, highs, just like Bitcoin. Swept the lows, broke above. It's literally like deja vu. You're gonna see the same setup over and over again every day, every time frame, every crypto, every gold, every metal, every indice, stock. Like it does not matter what you're looking at. If there's a chart with candlesticks, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And if you can't, go to the line chart. Go to the line chart. You see things a little bit better. It does clear the noise. It does clear the noise. That was crazy. Let me get some water. Yeah, it does clear the noise, right? Again, it's all textbook. It's all textbook right there. So US 30, there's a setup right there. NAS, we have setups on the smaller time frames. S&P already gave it. So it's looking pretty good. It looks like NAS, we're just waiting for that confirmation. Crypto as well. It's still booming, still bussing, still very bullish. If it comes back here, go ahead. What is that, like 63.9? Go ahead and take those. Write it up to at least clear this liquidity here. Right. So there's a lot of sellers in there. A lot of people selling hard. They put the whole mortgage on the sell. Right. 25%. Okay. All right, bet. Good. Good, good, good. XRP. Let me see. XRP is booming still. I'm not worried about that one. I'm taking XRP to like 70 cents before I really like start partialing out. I like that a lot. If it breaks 70, oh, it's gone. It's gone. All right, what's the all-time high on this? Nasty. Nasty, nasty. I got the chat hitting me up right now talking about Nas hitting that change of character. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a drum roll, please. Give me a drum roll. I wish you can unmute on YouTube Live. That's crazy. They should allow that. Right? How is Zoom outperforming YouTube? That's crazy. It's a violation. It's a violation. All right. All right. We have 50 seconds. All right. 50 seconds until the moment of truth. What do y'all think in the chat? You think Nas is going to go up or down? Let me know. I want to see who I'm working with. Is Nas going to go up or down? Let me know. Let me know. I want to see your thoughts. It's pushing. And let me go to a smaller time frame. Well, I guarantee you might find another setup here. Let's see the 15-minute. Oof, I see it on the line chart right there, right at the weekly open. A nasty work. I see it right there. Probably looks better. Sonia says up. Sonia says up, and I'm up. All right, the market is officially open. It's officially open. Again, this black line here is that 4-hour change of character. Look how we just manipulated the area, the zone. But this is another buy setup here. This is a 1 minute, so take this lightly. This is more examples, right? We have liquidity, lows and highs. We swept it, broke above. So now price is here in this potential area to buy to take price higher. But again, this is the 1 minute chart, but this is a very low risk trade, right? If you were to take this, I'm not going to take this, but if you were, this is how you would mark it up, right? That's your shoulder, that's your high. Mark this up. Stop loss right down here, right there at that wick. Boom. The market is officially open, though. Super exciting. This is another example. But again, we're just waiting for the confirmation, right? We're waiting for a 4 hour or specifically a daily candle, not the wick. You see this wick? We're not looking for the wick. We're waiting for a full body candle to close above the highs right here, right? We need price to close above this wick with a full body candle. That's going to let us know that we have more confirmation that price indeed wants to travel in that upward direction, right? Let's go back to here. Yeah, this was just an example. You want to wait for the confirmation before you start trying to take trades. But let's see what else. There's more down here as well. There's plenty. There's plenty. I see it over and over and over. You're going to see the same setup over and over and over again, right? But I kind of figured this would happen. Price would open up above that line, sweep some liquidity, and then just melt a little bit. As you can see, right? The reason why is because we do have this imbalance right here. Is it on the daily as well? It is on the daily as well. Right? We have this huge imbalance here. So this this is called internal liquidity. Internal liquidity. Price tapped into it barely, and now it's pushing its way down ever so slightly. Let's check on SPX. Go to the 4 hour. No worries. US 30 still looking good. Let me check on XRP. Pushing. Sold off just a little bit. Let me see. Let me actually take this off. Just too much going on. Right. I just want to see the setup. It's crazy because my alert went off for this, for my buy limit, but on my broker, this wick didn't happen. That's why it's so important to mark up on your broker, on your MT5, on what your trade locker, whatever platform you're using. You want to mark it up on there as well, because on TradingView, which is the Bitfinex broker here at the top left, it wicked into the zone. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wake up in some blues, is that for like stacking orders, and I check my phone. I'm like, bro, I didn't even go down there. It's crazy. It's disrespectful. Especially you like 19207. 19207. 19207. Yeah, there's probably a setup somewhere here on a smaller time frame. You're probably looking maybe at a starting point, maybe. But just to be, if we're not already in the trades, like if we're not already in NAS buys, then I would wait for the confirmation, right? Because you really want to get that change of character. Otherwise, this will just continue to go down, because the same thing happened over here. Let me show you. All right, let me show you here where we're looking at these trades. I was looking at these buys here at the monthly open. This red line is a monthly open. So I was like, all right, we have lows, we have highs. We swept the lows. We need that change of character. All right, I actually have an example here. Let me see. This was because every month I do a new chart, and the month is almost over, right? Like one more day. But yeah, I know this is like a go to the 4 hour. It's for one of my videos. I'm not sure if y'all saw the video, the risk management, risk assessment video, but we were waiting here for this change of character, but we never got it, right? We were waiting for price to break above these highs, right? We have the low, the high, we swept it. We needed price to change character before we take more buys. It never gave us that. And what happened? Tapped the imbalance and then sold off heavily. That's why it's very important to wait for the confirmation. Because imagine just getting in buys here because oh it's here and then no, no. So I'd wait. If you're not already in, I'd wait. Right. Again, yeah, this was the initial setup right in here, which we just went over. But yeah, this is for my other video. I just didn't delete it yet. But yeah, it's doing its thing. Be a little bit more patient because if you look at Forex Factory, the times are wrong. I believe by 2 hours. I got to figure out how to change it back. But yeah, we have news today. We have news today, and for the whole week. Today's Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday. There's a lot of red folders, so be prepared for a lot of manipulation, a lot of wicks, a lot of emotional damage, all the above. So this is a good time to exercise some patience in these markets. Let's see what we got cooking up. I like how this is looking so far. Let me take this off so we don't get confused. But this looks good as well. For me to have confidence in for this to go higher from this area here and actually break above and hold on the 4-hour daily candle, we would need to see, again, we have some lows here, right? This is technically the high and we swept those lows. So we need to break above, right? We need to break above there to confirm higher prices, right? It's not the best looking, or if you don't want to use this side, you can use these here, right? Consolidation, right? We swept the lows. It's got to break above. On the line chart, probably looks a lot better. And once it does what it does, you'll see it more clear. But that's what we're waiting on. If you're like, no, it's going to sell off, then hey, this is a sell, right? We have consolidation, swept the highs, and then broke structure to the downside. So this could be a continuation down if that's how you want to do things. But I'm waiting for that change of character right here on the smaller time frame to let us know that hey, maybe on the 5 minute, the 15, the 30 minute, we get the change of character here, and then throughout the day, that's going to allow the 4 hour and higher time frame candles to actually close above there. It's all fractal. It's all fractility. I hope that makes sense. If not, then we can always go more in depth as well. But that's just doing its thing. No actual like setups unless you were in the chats. If you're in the chat, then you probably would have caught this whole play here, right? Because this call is done once a week on Wednesdays, and the trade doesn't have to happen on Wednesday when we're on the call. It can happen before or after. So that's why it's important to stay active in the chats so you know exactly when to get in, right? We did drop this yesterday. As soon as price got in here, I'm like, hey, it's back in the zone. Be prepared. Look for smaller time frame setups. Get in. Boom. People got in. Even when price did come into the zone, I guarantee you, if I go to like the 5 minute, 1 minute, and look inside where this wick is, there's probably a setup in there. All right, there's probably a setup in there. Let me see. Blue. Let's check it out. Let's do some investigation. All right, let's look at this blue area. Let's go down to the 30 minute, the 15, the 5. Let's get a little bit closer. All right, is there maybe a 1 minute? Are y'all afraid of the 1 minute chart? Can you take it? Can you handle it? 1 minute, technically there is, right? I'm gonna delete this now. Now that we're here, technically there is. And on the 30-second, you will see it more clear, but technically this is a low, that wick, right? And then this wick is a high. And then we swept that, right? We swept the lows and we broke above this wick here with this candle. That full body candle, not the wick, not these wicks faking you out. No, we need the full body candle to close. What happened? We got to retest. Gone. Gone. And then price has not come back. It's gone. It flew. It flew. The 1 minute gone. Right? That was like how many pips? Almost 600 pips and counting. Okay. Look at Nas. About to give the confirmation. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. See, line chart looks better. You see it, right? Lows, highs, swept the lows, broke above. Simple, easy. There's it's no gimmick here. There's no secret sauce. Is boom. There it is. So that's another confirmation that we need. And the higher the time frame, the better. Right? The higher the time frame, the better. So that just lets us know there's a higher chance of us getting that 4 hour full body candle close or the daily full body candle close, which is preferred. And once that happens and price does decide to, work its way, let's say it pushes up here and it consolidates, right? And then it decides to like work its way down back into these zones. I'm getting in again. I'm going to size up. I'm going to scale in, right? And then it consolidates, give us another setup there, take it off, gone. That's it. That's it. Just textbook, right? Do you guys have any questions? Let me see XRP. Any comments, concerns, complaints? S&P, same thing. US 30. It's right there, doing its thing. But yeah, you guys have any questions? I know there wasn't like a crazy play. And I wish, like, I hope that one of these calls we get on here and there's like an actual setup. Like it's in the zone, it's in the setup, and we all take it together. That's what I want. But this did happen. It got here too yesterday. Price was in here, and then by the time we hopped on the call, it was already gone out of the zone, right? By the time we hopped on the call, price was already like up here. So I'm not gonna force a trade and have you get in at a place that's not the most efficient, right? I'm not gonna force a trade just for the call. But yeah, I mean it's good call, ladies and gentlemen. Good, super solid. You guys have any questions? Because I'm about to hop off. Gold is still flying. Any charts you want me to go over? Any charts you want me to go over? I'm not selling gold. I just marked it up. I was with one of my students yesterday. He's like, "Oh, gold is in the downtrend." I'm like, "It's not in the downtrend. Maybe on like the 1 hour, but we did get a change of character back here." So I had to draw it up for him, let him know, okay, this is what I see. We switched into an uptrend. If it was already it was always in an uptrend, right? It may had like a small retracement, but it's looking good. We may just clap this whole scene right there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hopping on the call. Spread the word. Wednesdays, 6 a.m. We're gonna be doing these pretty like every week consistently. If I don't do the calls, because maybe I was like out of town or something like that, but every week, 6 a.m. we're gonna do these calls. Once we start having like 50 to 100 people on the call all at once, then I'll add like another day, like Tuesday. We do Tuesday and Wednesday, and then as the calls grow, we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Allegedly Mondays are the worst days to trade, but I don't trade the day and time. I trade the setup. Right, the setup can happen at any time and any day. So I'm not gonna have a limiting belief on my capabilities. Oh, it's Monday. I can't trade. Like what? I don't care. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't care. Is there a setup? Do you see the setup? Is price in the setup? Bet. I'm taking the trade. But without further ado, you guys have a blessed day. It's Wednesday, hump day. Let's get it. See you guys next week.